Hello students, we are moving on to the logarithm of numbers less than 1 with roots. We want to apply the knowledge of the division of bar notation we learnt in the last video. Now, example 1, you are having evaluate the cube root of 0.3612. The cube root of 0.3612. So you write your number and log. So you have the cube root of 0.3612. So how many times will you move the decimal point to make it to have a unit number before the decimal ones? So that means since you are moving to the right, you are having more by 1 point. You now look for the logarithm of 36 under 1 difference 2, which should give you 5577. Because of this cube root, you will divide it by 3. Now let's divide by 1.5577 by 3. Now, to divide it by 3, how many 3 can you see in by 1? You realize it's going to give us a decimal. Because of that, you think of combination of two numbers that it will give you this minus 1. So that means and when you divide it by 3, it will give you a number. That means you can say by 3 plus 2. By 3 plus 2. So it's same thing as by 1. So you cancel this by 1. So when you divide this 3 by 1, by 3, it will give you what? By 1. So 3 minus 3 divided by 3 is what? Minus 1. You're having by 1. So you now bring this 2 here, join it with this 5, making 25. How many 3 and 25? We having 8. Remainder 1. So join this 5 to this 1, making of 15. How many 3 and 15? We having 5. Then how many 3 and 7? We have 2. Remainder 1. So we having 17 there. So how many 3 and 17? We having 5. Remainder 2. So since there's no other number here, add 0. How many 3 and 0? 20. We having 20. How many 3 and 20? We have 6. Remainder 2. So you realize that you can continue like that. So that means you having by 1.8258256. But since this is you are working with 4 figure table, you will do it to 4 decimal places. So to do this one to 4 decimal places, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. After the next number, it is more than 5. Add 6, 1 to this 5, making it 6. So that is it, you are having by 1.8526. So you now look for the antilog of 0.85, antilogarithm of 0.85 under 2 differences. 0.85 under 2 differences. So if you look for 0.85 under 2 differences, that should give you 7122. 7122. Because of this by 1, you move the decimal. So it's taking that the decimal is in here before. You move it back to the left once like this. So you put your decimal. So that means you have to have 0.7122. 0.7122. Now let's move on to number 2. Number 2, evaluate the fifth root of 6.231 divided by 242.77. So first of all, you look for the log of 6.231, the logarithm of 242.7. Now you subtract them because this is division. Then you now divide it by 5 because you are told to look for the fifth root. Now let's do it. Let's move on. So you have 6.231. Since the number before decimal here is a unit number, there's no need of moving it. So that means you have 0 point. You now look for the logarithm of 62 under 3 difference 1. Logarithm of 62 under 3 difference 1 give you 7946. Then the second number, you are having 242.7. 242.7. You realize this is a number greater than 1. You are going to move the decimal to the left. So you move it to the left so that the number before the decimal will be a unit number here. So how many times? 1, 2. So that is you having plus 2 here. 2 points. You now look for the logarithm of 24 under 2 difference 7. Logarithm of 24 under 2 difference 7. Which should give you 3850. Because this is division here, you subtract their logs. When you subtract their log, 6 minus 0 is 6. 4 minus 5 is not possible. So you borrow 1 from this 9. When you borrow 1 here, it means 8 here. Bring it here, making 14. 14 take away 5 is what? 9. Then remaining 8 here. 8 take away 8 is what? 0. 7 take away 3 here is what? 4. You've got to decimal point. Put your decimal point. So you now have 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So the minus is only be for these 2. That means you now be what? Bar 2. So that means you be having bar 2.4096. Now because everything here is now, you have to find the fifth root here. You divide it by what? By 5. When you divide it by 5, now you must take note of something here. As we have been doing, this is 5. How many 5 are in minus 2? It will not give you a whole number. You think of the combination of numbers that when you divide the bar by 5, it will give you a number and it will still give you a minus 2. So that means if you think of minus 5, bar 5 plus 3. Bar 5 plus 3 will still give you what? Bar 2. So minus 5 plus 3 is still minus 2. So that means you replace with this bar 5 plus 3. So how many 5 are in bar 5? That is what? Minus 1. Minus 5 divided by 5 is minus 1. That is same thing bar 1 point. So you now bring this 3 to come and join this 4, making it 34. How many 5 are in 34? We have 6, remainder 4. We bring this 0 to join this 1, making it 40. How many 5 are in 40? We have 8. Then, how many 5 are in 9? We have 1, remainder 4. Then bring this 6 to join with it again, making 46. How many 5 are in 46? We have 9, remainder 1. Then, since there's no other number, you can add 0 to this, making it 10. How many 5 are in 10? We have 2. So, you have 2. So, because you are working in decimal in 4-figure table, this one should be to 4 decimal places. So, if 1, 2, 3, 4, the next number is not up to 5. You can easily cut it up. So, you have by 1.6819. By 1.6819. So, you now look for the antilog. Look for the antilogarithm of 0.68 under 1 difference 9. 0.68 under 1 difference 9. Which will give you 4807. 4807. So it's taking that the decimal is here, and since this is by 1, you have to move it back to the left. How many times once? So move it, that is once, like this. So that means you have to have 0.4807. 0.4807. Now let's do another example. So we are doing another example. Evaluate square root of 0.2397 times 0.7124 raised to power 3 divided by cube root of 52.18. So now let you write your number and log. So number and log. So for the first number, the square root of 0.2397. Now, how many times will you move the decimal to make it to move this so that you have a unit number before the decimal? You have it once. So since this is a number less than 1, it ought to be by 1 point. Logarithm of 23 under 9 difference 7 will give you 3797. Because of this square root, you will divide your and this by 2. So that means you'll be having by 1.3797 divided by 2. When you divide this by 2, by 1.3797 divided by 2. So by 1 divided by 2, that is going to give you a decimal. So because of that, we try to think of combination of numbers that when you combine them to still give you by 1. So that means it will be what? By 2 plus 1. By 2 plus 1 is still by 1. So how many 2 and minus 2 divided by 2 will give us what? By 1 point. Then you are now left with this 1. Join it with this 3, making it 13. How many 2 and 13? We having 6, remainder 1. Then join this 17, 70, making it 17. How many 2 and 17? We having 8, remainder 1. Join this 9 to it again. How many 2 and 19? We have 9, remainder 1. Then join this 7 to it again. How many 2 and 17? We have 8, remainder 1. Since there's no other number here, you can add 0 here, making it 10. 2 in 10, we are having 5. Now, because we are working with in 4-figure table, so that means you do it to 4 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After the next number is so you need to, before you cut this up to 5, add 1 to it. So that is in you having by 1.6899. Then the next number 0.7124 cube. So you move this decimal how many times? Once. So you thought to be minus 1, which same thing as by 1 point. Then log of 71 under 2 difference 4 will give us 8527. Because of this power of 3, you multiply it by 3. So when you multiply this by 3, you are going to have by 1.5581. Now, because this and this are multiplying, you are going to add their logs. When you add their logs, so let's add their logs. So that means you are having 9 plus 1 is what? 10, 0 remainder 1. 1 plus 9, 10. 10 plus 8, 18, remainder 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 5 is what? 14. 4, remainder 1. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 5 is what? 12. Write 2, remainder 1. We've got decimal point, put your decimal point. So here you're having 1, that is plus 1. By 1 is what? Minus 1 plus this minus 1 by 1 again, minus 1. So same thing as saying 1 minus 1 plus times minus will give us minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1. Same thing as well by 1. So you're having by 1.2480. Now you come to the denominator. The denominator, you're having the cube root of 52.18. So first of all, look for the how many times will you move. Notice a number greater than 1. You move it to the left how many times once. So you move it like so that you have a unit number here. So that means using we having by 1 point. Look for the logarithm of 52 under 1 difference 8. So 52 under 1 difference 8 will give you 7175. So because of the cube root here, you are going to divide it by 3. So when you divide 1.7175 by 3, you get 0.5725. You know this is a positive number. You just you do the division normally. So it ought to give you 0.5725. So from there, and because this is dividing them, so you subtract your answer from that of the numerator. So you'll be having 0 take away 5, it's not possible. Borrow 1 here. So when you borrow 1, it will be 7 here. If you bring the 1, you're making it 10. 10 take away 5 is what? 5. Then you are left with 7 here. 7 minus 2 is what? 5. Then 4, you take away 7, not possible. Borrow 1, remaining 1 here. If you bring the 1, you're making 14. 14 take away 7 will give you 7. Then you are left with 1 here. 1 take away 5, not possible. To borrow 1 from this bar 1, so that means you can say what? Minus 2 plus 1 is same thing as minus 1. So you can now join this 1 to this 1, making it 11. 11 take away 5 is what? 6. You've got the decimal point, put your decimal point. Then you are left with your bar 2 here, making minus 2 minus 0. Minus 2 minus 0 will give us minus 2, same thing as bar 2. So you have bar 2.6755. Now you now pick your logarithm table. You look for the log of antilogarithm of, and the antilogarithm of 0.67 under 5 difference 5. 0.67 under 5 difference 5. So which should give you 4737. So the decimal is taken to be here after this 4 before. Because of these 2 minus 2, you move it back to the left. How many times? 2 times 1, 2. The decimal will be here. For this one, put 0. So you're having 0.04737. 0.04737. So for the work practice, we are having evaluate the following using logarithm tables. Number 1, cube root of 349 over 2608. Number 2, you have the square root of 0.6821 times 0.005924. Then you are having number 3. Number 3, 0.0763 square divided by the fourth root of 309 times 0.008465. Number 4, we are having the square root of 3.044 divided by 0.621 square times 0.0404. Then number 5, the square root of 6,250 divided by 41.02 times 0.207 times 0.064. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you.